The shelter was quiet that morning. Too quiet. Officer Daniel Cole rolled his wheelchair forward, the cold metal floor echoing beneath him. He wasn't there for an adoption. He wasn't there to make a donation. He wasn't there for therapy. He was there because of one unbelievable message. Because of one phone call. The shelter worker's voice had trembled on the line. "Sir, we think we found your dog. Officer Cole, we have a dog here with a police tattoo. He won't let anyone near him. But when we said your name," he stopped growling. His heart stopped. They couldn't mean Ranger, his canine partner, his best friend, the dog who disappeared the night Daniel was shot and left paralyzed. For 2 years, Daniel lived with a hole in his life no medal, no therapy, and no apology could fill. Ranger's badge was retired. Everyone told him to move on. But as he reached the last kennel, a familiar growl broke the silence. A growl he knew better than his own heartbeat. When the staff opened the final kennel door, a scarred German shepherd stepped forward slowly, eyes trembling, body shaking. Recognizing the man he thought he had lost forever, Daniel whispered one word. "Ranger, is it really you?" And the dog broke. And the moment their eyes met, the world shattered. Before we start, make sure to hit like, share, and subscribe. And really, I'm curious, where are you watching from? Drop your country name in the comments. I love seeing how far our stories travel. The phone rang just after sunrise, slicing through the quiet of Officer Daniel Cole's small apartment. He was already awake. He rarely slept through the night anymore. But something about this call made him pause. He glanced at the caller ID, County Animal Shelter. His brow tightened. He hadn't contacted them. He hadn't contacted anyone in months except his doctor and his physical therapist. With a slow breath, he rolled his wheelchair closer and answered. "Officer Cole?" A woman's voice asked gently. "This is him," he replied, cautious. We think we found your dog." Daniel's chest tightened painfully. "That's not possible," he whispered. "Ranger's been gone for 2 years." "We can't say for sure," she continued. "But this dog, he has a police tattoo, scars matching your reports, and he reacts violently to every man who's approached him. Except when he heard your name, he stopped growling." Daniel closed his eyes. Memories flooded in. Ranger running beside his patrol car, Ranger leaping over fences during chases, Ranger's warm head resting on his knee after long shifts that he swallowed hard. "I'll be there in an hour." For the first time in years, Daniel felt something he thought he had lost forever: hope. The road to the county shelter was long, straight, and painfully quiet. Snow drifted across the asphalt in thin sheets, blurring the world into white. As Daniel drove, his fingers tightened around the steering wheel, his wheelchair secured beside him, rattling softly with every bump. He hadn't been to this side of town since the accident. Since the night everything changed, he could still hear Ranger's desperate bark echoing through the alley. Still see the gunman turning. Still feel the burning shock in his spine before the world went dark. When he woke in the hospital, Ranger was gone. And so was the life he once knew. Now, as he followed the GPS toward the shelter, his heart pounded with a mixture of fear and longing. What if it really was him? What if it wasn't? Each possibility hurt in its own way. As he pulled into the shelter's cracked parking lot, he saw a familiar silhouette through the frosted windows. The shelter director, nervously waiting by the door. She stepped outside the moment his car stopped. "Officer Cole," she said, breath visible in the icy air. "I need you to prepare yourself. The dog we found, he's been through hell." Daniel nodded, his voice barely steady. "I have too." He pushed his wheelchair forward, each turn of the wheels bringing him closer to the truth, and possibly the reunion he once believed was impossible. The shelter hallway smelled of metal and disinfectant, cold, sterile, and painfully quiet. Daniel rolled forward, the wheels of his chair clicking softly against the concrete floor. Every kennel they passed held a different dog, barking, pacing, whimpering. But the staff walked past them all. They were heading somewhere specific, somewhere deeper. Finally, the director stopped at a door marked Kennel 17, caution. Her voice lowered. "He hasn't let anyone near him. Not a single handler. Not even animal control." Daniel nodded once. "Open it." The door creaked as she pushed it, revealing a dimly lit room lined with metal cages. In the far corner, half hidden in shadow, stood a German shepherd, ribs faintly visible beneath his coat, eyes sharp with fear and fury the moment Ranger saw them. He exploded, teeth bared. snarling, slamming his weight against the cage so hard the metal rattled. Two staff members backed away immediately. But Daniel didn't move. He simply whispered, voice breaking, "Ranger, it's me." The dog froze, his growl cut off mid-breath. His ears twitched. His tail trembled, not wagging, not stiff, just confused. Like a memory fighting to surface. Slowly, cautiously, Daniel rolled closer. "No one else could calm you," he whispered. "Only me." Ranger pressed his muzzle against the bars, trembling. The entire room fell silent. For the first time in 2 years, Ranger had recognized his partner. The Ranger's trembling against the cage bars wasn't just recognition, it was fear. Deep, shaking, bone-deep fear. Daniel noticed instantly. "Hey boy, easy," he whispered, moving closer until the cold steel nearly touched his forehead. Ranger whimpered, pressing harder against the metal as if begging to escape, but not from Daniel. From something else. The shelter director swallowed hard. "There's something you need to know." Daniel's grip on his wheels tightened. "Tell me." She exhaled slowly. Ranger didn't run away. A chill ran through him. "What do you mean?" A second staff member stepped forward, holding a folder. "We checked his microchip. He wasn't listed as missing. He was recorded as..." The man hesitated. "Retired and transferred to a private handler." Daniel's eyes widened. "That's impossible. I never signed anything. Ranger was never supposed to leave my custody." The director nodded grimly. "We know. The signature on file. It's forged." Daniel's stomach dropped. A forged signature. A stolen K9. A partner discarded and left to die. And suddenly, Ranger's wounds made sense. The scars along his flank, the healed burn marks on his hind leg. The way he flinched at loud footsteps. Whoever took him hadn't just stolen him. They had heard him. Daniel's voice broke. "Who did this to you, buddy?" Ranger let out a low, broken whine. One that didn't sound like a dog at all, but like someone begging for the nightmare to end. Daniel felt tears rise. This wasn't just a reunion. It was the beginning of justice. Daniel's hands trembled as he opened the thin folder the staff member handed him. Inside were only a few grainy photos, yet each one felt like a punch to the chest. Ranger lying in a ditch. Ranger limping through mud. Ranger curled up behind an abandoned barn, ribs sharp beneath his skin. He was found in the woods, the director explained softly. Malnourished, dehydrated, terrified. Whoever had him, they used him for something brutal. We suspect illegal fighting. He'd show up at different shelters, escape, run miles away, vanish again. Almost like he was searching for someone. Daniel's throat tightened. "He was searching for me." The staff nodded. Every time a man approached him, he'd panic. But when one of our volunteers said your name, Ranger just froze. Like he recognized the sound. Daniel closed the folder slowly. 2 years of nightmares, guilt, and unanswered questions suddenly made sense. Ranger had survived the ambush alone, survived cruelty, survived abandonment, because he refused to stop trying to find his partner. Daniel wheeled closer to the cage, voice shaking. "You didn't give up on me, did you?" Ranger rested his head against the bars, eyes soft. Tail trembling. No words were needed. The truth was right there. Their bond had never broken. The staff unlocked the kennel slowly, unsure of how Ranger would react. But the moment the door swung open, the German Shepherd didn't hesitate. He stepped forward trembling, then lowered his head and pressed it gently against Daniel's chest. Daniel's breath shattered. He wrapped his arms around Ranger's neck, holding him the way he wished he could have on the night he lost everything. "I'm here now," he whispered. "I'm not leaving you again." Ranger whimpered softly, as if answering. "I know." The shelter director wiped her eyes. "Officer Cole, he's yours again. We'll handle the paperwork. He belongs with you." For the first time in 2 years, Daniel felt whole when he rolled out of the shelter. Ranger walked proudly beside him, head high, steps steady, like he was escorting his partner back into the world. Passers-by stopped and stared, some smiling, some crying, as the two moved in perfect sync. Outside, Daniel paused, looking down at the dog who had survived the impossible. "We both lost something that night," he murmured. "But maybe we can heal together." Ranger placed his paw gently on Daniel's knee, the same gesture he used to give before every shift. Their new mission had begun.